Welcome to Tanzania, one of the best safari destinations on the planet. Over the next 7 days, I'm going to be exploring Tanzania's top wildlife havens, from Tarangire National Park, also known as Elephant Capital of Tanzania, to Ngorongoro Crater, one of the most unique and beautiful places on Earth, before finally touching down in the world-famous Serengeti National Park, where I hope to catch a glimpse of the famous wildebeest migration. Over the course of the next week, I hope to see Tanzania's major predators, specifically lions, leopards, cheetahs, and hyenas. Wish me luck. My adventure starts here in Arusha town, which is the gateway to Tanzania's northern safari circuit. I allow myself a day to settle in before our adventure truly begins tomorrow. We hit the road bright and early. It's a mere 3-hour drive to our first destination, Tarangire National Park. Tarangire is famous for its immense population of elephants. In fact, it's often touted as one of the best places in Africa to see wild elephants. Even so, I really didn't know what to expect.
To the right, you can see there is a big animal moving. That is eland. But here you can see there are some mangoes. Do you see them?
Oh yeah, I see them on the
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. Seeing such a diverse range of animals so close together leaves me mesmerised. Already I have fallen in love with Tarangire, and our safari has only just begun.
And there is a brown eagle here in this tree feeding.
Oh, there it is, yes. Wow, what is it eating?
It's eating like something like a mice, I don't know.
After stumbling across this eagle, we were about to be blown away by our next sighting. A herd of elephants is making its way to a nearby watering hole. I'm still in awe of their sheer magnificence. They're so huge and majestic, with an impeccable ability to leave you speechless. It's moments like this where you feel like pinching yourself, just to make sure you aren't dreaming.
So where there is a water, there is a life, as you can see here.
Yeah.
You can see the baby is swimming there. He's enjoying the water.
Oh my God, look at the little baby. Just across from the waterhole, we spotted this troop of baboons. I find it absolutely fascinating watching them interact with one another, watching the youngsters play, whilst other members of the troop groom one another. It's really heartwarming to witness.
And also you can see a giraffe is chewing there. You know, predators mostly select the perfect one to hunt. When they start chasing them, zebra run in a zigzag way. This is how they confuse them.
Nothing could have quite prepared me for my next encounter. This group of male elephants are feeding on an acacia tree. Males and females live separately, so it was a total surprise when this female and her calf came to join them. But that isn't where the magic ends. Before long, an entire herd is making its way over, led by this impressive matriarch. Never seen so many elephants in one place, from different groups feeding together in harmony. So far, we have seen a plethora of wildlife, but we have yet to see any big cats. Whilst lions and leopards do call Tarangire home, they are seldom seen. In fact, seeing one must be considered a stroke of good fortune. Despite the unlikelihood, our guide seems determined to find one. Numerous cars together like this is a telltale sign of a good sighting. Could it be? It's more elephants. It feels crazy that we are actually getting so used to seeing elephants at this point that we don't stop to admire this group. Time is, however, passing, and we are still yet to see a big cat. But then, I can see one. Is one got his legs in the air? They're really having a good time. And that one's got a collar on. I feel overwhelmed with joy. Lions are one of my favourite animals, and seeing them in the wild like this, I simply don't have the words to describe it. He's moving his paws. A little stretch. Wow, what a fabulous start to our safari. I feel so incredibly grateful to my guide. Without his amazing skills, we may not have found these lions. Having the right guide can really make or break your safari experience, which is exactly why before visiting a new safari destination, I do copious amounts of research, reviewing vast numbers of tour operators. I then narrow them down based on my own strict criteria and finally make a decision. After going on hundreds of safaris, I now have a very small handful of tour operators who I've had wonderful safari experiences with and who I trust. If you'd like to receive free, no obligation quotes from these hand-selected operators who I have personally been on safari with, click the link in the video description or pinned comment, or simply scan this QR code on screen. It's pretty spectacular just how many elephants there are. I know Tarangire is famous for its high density of elephants, but this is far more than I ever expected. Our time in this serene pocket of wilderness is drawing to a close. On our way to the gate entrance, we come across these playful baby baboons. And then this pair of female ostriches who are thoroughly enjoying a dust bath. And with that, it's time to say goodbye to Tarangire National Park. Our campsite for the night is several hours away, perched on a Rift Valley escarpment, just beyond Lake Ngorongoro National Park. We have arrived at our campsite for the night. It's a campsite and little huts, and we're in one of these little white huts. I'll just give you a brief tour of it. This is it. Inside, we just have a little bed. We settle in before making our way over to the dining area. We've just sat down for dinner. It's been a long but enjoyable day on safari. Our chef is going to be bringing us some food. Everyone at this campsite has their own chef, so it's quite cool. They've all been cooking their own things, and yeah. Hello. Oh, yummy. Hello, caribou. Our first course, we have carrot soup. So we have fish, vegetable pizza, chips. Nice. After dinner, the campsite puts on a display for us. It's now time for some acrobatics. It goes without saying, do not try any of this at home. The show ends and we retire for the evening. Tomorrow we have another incredible day planned. I wake up the following day with a flutter of excitement in my chest. It's not long after sunrise, and from our campsite we are gifted with the most amazing view of nearby Lake Ngorongoro National Park. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
After breakfast we hit the road. It takes just over an hour to reach the entrance to the conservation area. Here we are at Ngorongoro Conservation Area, which is one of the best places in the world to see wildlife, especially black rhinos. There's lots of lions, lots of different animals. I cannot wait. It's been my dream since I was really little to go on safari, and finally that dream is about to come true.
Just baboons on the road. Looks so cool. They're big guys.
We are currently perched atop the crater rim, driving through dense swathes of humid forests. There's a huge altitude difference between the crater floor and these forests, which leads to a substantial buildup of mist in the mornings. Driving through the mist is quite a surreal experience. It feels as though we are entering into some kind of long-forgotten lost world. Whilst various species of wildlife do live in these forests, such as elephants, buffaloes, lions and leopards, they are rarely seen due to the extreme density of the forest. Oh, a zebra. That was unexpected.
The conservation area is a multiple end user, whereby people and the wild animals will coexist together. But the people here are the native people. These are the Maasai. But Maasai started living here many years ago, before the conservation area was declared as a conservation area.
The outskirts of the crater here are part of Maasai territory. We pass numerous herds of their cattle and Maasai settlements known as bomas. We are then gifted with our first view of the crater, and wow, did it blow my mind. We We start to descend down the towering crater walls, which rise 2,000 feet from the floor. As we make our way down into the crater, the world around me seems to transform.
You can see something small moving down there.
Yeah.
That is a hyena. There are 2 big buffaloes on our right.
It isn't just the landscape that leaves me in awe. The high density of wildlife here is unlike anything I have encountered before. There are so many animals here because the crater floor is an open plain. The vast spaces give herbivores such as these wildebeest and zebras the opportunity to spot approaching predators. There are so many animals here. It's so incredible to see them so close to the car. The ewes, the gazelles, the zebras, the warthogs. We only just arrived. Animals have called this crater home for thousands of years and feel no need to migrate from here due to the constant supply of water that the crater offers. But not all animals were able to make the steep descent into the crater, which is why you won't find any giraffes here. This huge body of water is known as Lake Magadi. It's a soda lake, so it's highly alkaline and not suitable for drinking. Blue-green algae are found in abundance here, the main food source for the beautiful lesser flamingos. As a result, this lake is often teeming with flamingos, their plumage pink as a result of the algae which they love to eat. Hippos also enjoy hanging out in Lake Magadi. The water keeps them cool and protects their leathery skin from cracking in the sun. The breathtaking beauty of the Ngorongoro Crater was enough to leave me speechless. Little did I know we were about to be left in awe by our next sighting. Oh wow.
One of the rare cats we see.
Wow.
Because they are night active cats.
We quickly discover there is not just one serval, but an entire family of them, and they're currently hunting. This group of at least 3 consists of a mother and her cubs. So, what we're currently seeing, there's a family of servals here, which is really rare to see in the daytime. They normally hunt at night. Oh my god, it just pounced.
Yeah, they are good in pouncing.
There's another serval over there with flamingos. Oh my god. That one was getting excited. It's like, oh, he pounced again! I don't know if he caught anything or not. He's certainly having a good look at whatever it was. I think like when they're pouncing, it's on like small rodents and things. Oh, he might have something. It's licking its lips. May have had something. Oh! See what hit the jump just there? That was it hunting. Wow. I don't know if it got anything or not.
I think it has.
I think so too.
It has actually. Wow.
Yeah. Looks like it's eating.
Oh wow, that's incredible.
He'll come up in a moment and be licking his lips like, that was a nice meal.
Wow.
This is amazing.
Oh wow, it's just incredible.
Yeah. Did you spot that one? Yeah. Well done!
Got it spotting them.
That's the best sighting I've ever seen. I love the cats.
Yeah. There it is. There. You see?
Where?
Here. Here.
Oh yeah,
Here. Thank you.
This is a golden jackal. This interesting canine was long thought to be a type of jackal, as the name would suggest. However, recent studies have found that this canine is in fact more closely related to grey wolves than jackals, making it a wolf. It has since been renamed the African golden wolf.
No.
Oh, is it another jackal?
Another serval?
Wow, they're everywhere. Stumbling across these two male buffaloes who look rather intimidating, we came across one of my favourite animals. Okay, so we're right by two lionesses and they are pretty close actually, and they're just cooling off in the mud.
That's so funny.
It's quite warm at the moment, so they're trying to keep cool.
And these are the sisters, because females live together for the rest of their life, whereby males move out to the group.
This is really incredible. I've never seen lions so close before, and they're just adorable to watch. Feels really magical and special.
So you can see them too. Some of them, they might be somewhere around here.
Wow.
In the bushes, yes. Because in the group of female lionesses, we can see like 6 up to 15 of them.
Just keep stretching. We briefly paused by this stream to admire this pair of warthogs who are enjoying a good scratch and cool off in the water. We're stopped at the lunch spot now, which is by a hippo pool, and we've got some lovely lunch here, which our chef has made for us in advance. It tastes delicious. We have chicken here, vegetables, and the rice. It's a spiced rice called pilau. Just look at the beautiful setting. At first glance, it may appear peaceful here, but the countless lunch goers have attracted the attention of birds of prey. Black kites and even a marabou stork are here, looking for opportunities to steal someone's lunch. I even witnessed the stork take someone's champagne. The stork is huge and almost prehistoric looking. I can't resist coming over for a closer look. It's time to get back on the road. These are our final moments in Ngorongoro. The black rhinos may have eluded us, but I really can't feel disappointed, as we have seen so many other incredible animals, and there's still one more to see. What a way to end our safari. It's time to make our ascent out of the crater.
That was cool.
Property wildlife sighting.
Yeah.
From the top of the crater rim, we get one last mesmerising look at the vast crater floor. Whilst it's sad to leave this magical Eden, it's hard to feel disappointed as we have an incredibly exciting day planned for tomorrow. We head to our lodge for the night, which is just a short drive from the crater rim. Mambo. Okay, so it's time for a room tour of our new place. Just look at these incredible views. So we have our little private balcony here, and then here's the tent. We have a cute little lamp there. There's a lovely bed here. We even have dressing gowns, which is like my favourite thing. Through here, we have the bathroom. We have a sink, the mirror, lots of towels, and the toilet. And through here, we have the shower. This lovely lodge is on the outskirts of Karatu town, the closest town to the Ngorongoro Conservation Area and Serengeti National Park, which together form the extensive Serengeti ecosystem. We're so close, in fact, that everything on the other side of this telegraph pole is in the Ngorongoro Conservation Area. We're spending the night here before our adventure truly begins tomorrow. We warm ourselves by the campfire as evening starts to set in. We then head to the main lodge for some dinner.
Welcome barbecue chicken.
Ah.
Pokripsi.
Looks delicious.
Yes. Yum.
Okay, so we've just sat down for dinner. For starter, we have some soup. This is vegetable soup with fresh bread. The soup is followed by 3 more courses. Vegetable tempura, the barbecue main course. Thank you very much. This looks delicious.
Chicken. Yum, yum.
Yummy.
Yum.
Thank you. And finally, a delicious chocolate cake to end the night. Good morning. So we woke up at 7 today. Today is the day where we leave this beautiful tented camp. I'm really excited for the next destination. We're about to head to the Serengeti. I feel a little tickle in my tummy. It's like nervous excitement. Our trip actually coincides with the migration and we might get to see that. I'm not going to hold my hopes up because it's too exciting, but we'll see. We pack up our things and head to breakfast. So we're at breakfast. I've got my lovely tea, and to start with I have some pancakes and a little muffin, and I have some eggs and bacon and sausage coming soon. So my fried breakfast has arrived and looks great. Then it's time to get on the road. Okay, here we go. At this time of year, the Great Migration can be found in the very north of the Serengeti, near the border with the Masai Mara Reserve in Kenya. This is over 300 kilometers from Karatu, on dirt roads that are in very bad condition. It won't be possible to reach northern Serengeti today, so our destination is a tented camp in the centre of the Serengeti. To reach the Serengeti, we have to first journey through the Ngorongoro Conservation Area, which initially takes us through thick jungle along the rim of the famous Ngorongoro Crater. It's not long till we encounter our first obstacle. The park authorities are currently resurfacing the road, which has made the left-hand side of it completely unusable, and has essentially turned the already narrow road into a single lane for 2 directions of traffic. In order to let the trucks pass us, we had to pull off the track and have now found ourselves stuck in a ditch. Sam gets to work on trying to free us. You're in the bush. It looks like we're not the only ones who have got into trouble. Oh, they're out. Oh, yeah. We're finally free. Yay! Well done. Although the taste of freedom doesn't last long. There isn't enough space for both directions of traffic to get past the narrow stretch of road. Someone will have to move into the ditch, and understandably, Sam is not keen to do that again. And neither are the numerous cars that are built up behind us. But in the end, there's no other choice. Back in the ditch we go. Sam works hard to remove the largest rocks from our path. These could do serious damage to our vehicle. Yay! And finally, we're out. Now I've got to hope there's no more cars. Needing a moment after that ordeal, we decide to stop for some lunch. However, it's not the peaceful lunch break we were expecting.
Birds, they keep coming and trying to take people's food. Oh no. Oh no. Finn's very hungry. Oh no.
It's quite scary.
I know, because they have sharp claws.
Yeah.
We end lunch with no casualties, although other people weren't so lucky. I witnessed a black kite swoop down and grab a woman's sandwich straight out of her hand. It's time to get back on the road. We passed the Olduvai Gorge Monument, a symbol of one of the most important archaeological sites in the world. Fossils of some of the earliest humans have been found here. The road around here gets really bad. Some loose stones kicked up by passing vehicles actually crack our windscreen. My heart practically stops as we pull up outside the gate to the Serengeti. I can't believe I'm actually here, about to enter one of the best safari destinations in the world. This 4x4 is a reminder of just how terrible the road is. We're fortunate to have all our tyres intact for now, but I won't speak too soon. There's still quite a way to go until we reach our tented camp. It's quite incredible how as soon as we enter the Serengeti, we find ourselves surrounded by wildlife, especially when you consider there are no boundary fences around the park. We pass these Thompson gazelles and a group of hyenas. And then we reach the official Serengeti entrance gate. We stretch our legs and admire some of the bird life. Before we get back on the road, I assess the damage done to the windscreen that has been inflicted by loose stones. There are 3 of them. They're so deep and round, they almost look like bullet holes. As we meander deeper into this vast wilderness, the Serengeti begins to reveal her beauty to us. The name Serengeti comes from the Maasai word for endless plain. It's a very fitting name for this magical place. We encounter this ostrich, followed by a pair of majestic eagles. But this is only the start of what will prove to be an incredible drive to our camp. Outlined against some kopjes, these elephants are the perfect welcome to the Serengeti. I don't think I've ever been somewhere quite so beautiful. We then find ourselves beside a hippo pool. I learnt that hippos are very noisy and very, very smelly. As we continue our drive towards camp, we encounter another elephant. Followed by a sprightly warthog. The star of the show, however, is this giraffe, casually grazing right beside the road. I never imagined being so close to a wild animal who is seemingly content in our presence. We're only a few hundred yards from our camp when we come across this herd of Cape buffalo. Buffalo are one of Africa's big 5 and are one of the more aggressive animals on the savannah. They have been known to kill lions. Just as we pull into our camp, we find this giraffe, feeding literally meters away from the tents. What a spectacular welcome to our tented camp.
Welcome to the juice. Hibiscus.
Oh, Asante. I've got my welcome drink, which is hibiscus, and this is just arrived. Popcorn. Cheers. After some welcome snacks, we make our way over to our room for the next few nights, only a few meters away from this elegant giraffe.
Here we are into the tent. So it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love how we're just in nature.
We're given a brief room tour. The shower here is particularly unique. I'll get to why in a bit.
Yeah, this is a toilet.
Welcome to our room. It's really lovely. And the bed is really soft. The best thing is the view. Have you seen the view?
Literally just seen a giraffe.
Look, can't you see the buffalo?
Ah, yeah, so we got a buffalo, where is it? About here. We got a buffalo over here.
Several buffaloes.
We saw a giraffe just over here before. Got a little rocking chairs.
It's time to have a shower. We have to request one from the lodge, who promptly appear with a bucket of warm water. The warm water is lifted up, and from inside the shower cubicle, I turn on the shower head, which releases the warm water. I then have a super speedy shower, conscious of the water running out. As night falls, we make our way over to the main tent for some dinner.
A spider, okay. That's one of the sounds, I think.
Oh, the spider makes a noise.
Spider and the grasshopper.
Yeah, got my butternut soup. Oh, it's nice and warm bread. I've got some rice.
Yeah.
And here we have some macaroni and cheese.
Oh, that's good.
We've got some beef stew.
That was nice.
It does look very nice. The macaroni. Oh, it's so good. I love it all, but the macaroni's really hitting the spot. Yeah. Here we have a chocolate cake. Nice! Yay! Bellies full, we are escorted back to our tent. We're so in the wild here that it isn't safe to wander around without a guard at night. Come back to our tent and look at this cute little turn down. I can't wait to get in. As we lie in bed at night, the eerie sounds of the wild drift into our tent. It's a group of hyenas and they sound scarily close. I was really regretting leaving a lunchbox full of chicken in my tent. A lion joins in the chorus. Finally, I drift off to sleep. Good morning. So we've had a fairly early start. We've woken up at 5:45 and have just come to breakfast. The sun has just risen. Having some tea right now. It was a crazy night. It was so cool staying here. Like, as we were drifting off to sleep, there were so many hyena noises. They were so close. It was a little nerve-wracking, especially because when I heard the hyenas to begin with, I realised I had a packed lunch in my room with chicken in. I thought, it's probably not the best thing to have. I zipped it away in the suitcase, hoping that would get rid of the smell, but I was a bit nervous. Now it's time to eat. Ooh, yummy. Having breakfast and I just saw something moving. I don't know if you can see it, but there's some zebras. There they are. Quite a few of them just running. We don't have long to admire the zebras before we hit the road. We have an extremely ambitious day ahead of us. Due to time constraints, today is our only chance to try to catch a glimpse of the Great Migration. The Mara River in the north of the Serengeti is 170 kilometres north of our current location. Whilst that may not seem like a lot, the poor quality of the roads here mean that it will take between 4 and 5 hours to reach the river. We then have an extremely short window of time in which to see the wildebeest crossing the river before we head back to our camp, another 4 to 5 hour drive. What makes this even more challenging is the fact that the wildebeest typically spend hours on the banks of the river, debating whether or not to cross. So our chances of seeing a river crossing are slim, but we're prepared to try anyway. Would you try if you were in our situation? Let me know in the comments. Movement from the side of the road catches my attention. It's a family of elephants, and they're coming this way. Although we are in a hurry, we simply cannot ignore this incredible sighting. This is a herd of female elephants and their babies. They're enjoying some breakfast, munching on some nutritious leaves. As if this sighting wasn't spectacular enough, one of the elephants makes its way over to us. One right by us. Whilst this inquisitive Ellie checks out our vehicle, the rest of the herd proceeds to cross the road in front of us, a truly breathtaking sight. It feels a shame to leave this herd so soon, but time is ticking. The quickest way to reach northern Serengeti actually involves leaving the park and journeying through a series of villages. When we return to the Serengeti, we get our first glimpse of the Great Migration. Wildebeest are everywhere. These animals have already safely made the river crossing and are enjoying their reward, fresh grass. As we are crossing over a stream, I spot a commotion in the distance. Could it be? Sam, our driver, races to investigate. The sight of the wildebeest on the banks of the Mara River makes me choke up with emotion. I feel like pinching myself. Am I really here? I didn't expect what happened next. Almost immediately, they start crossing, one brave wildebeest leading a super herd. What most people wait hours for, we are seeing instantly. Chaos erupts as the wildebeest bound into the water, risking their lives to reach the greener grass on the other side of the river. Every year, millions of wildebeest are forced to make this journey as part of their annual migration. contending with strong currents and hungry crocodiles, who are never too far away from the commotion. The current in this section of river seems particularly strong and drags a number of helpless wildebeest off course. In the carnage, a wildebeest calf is separated from its mother and finds itself dragged downstream. The calf is exhausted. It's struggling to climb the steep bank. Its weary efforts are starting to catch the attention of the river's hungry residents. The calf makes a desperate attempt to try to swim to safety, but even here, the bank is too difficult for the calf to climb. And then, the crocodile vanishes. It's easy to feel like nature is cruel, easier to feel sorry for the wildebeest calf whilst feeling angry with the crocodile. But the crocodile has just as much right to live as the wildebeest does. And although some wildebeest are lost every year to the crossing, many more survive and go on to continue this beautiful cycle of life. I cannot believe that against the odds we managed to witness the incredible wildebeest crossing. My heart is so full of awe and wonder, but we're not done here yet. The northern Serengeti still has one more surprise for us. In the meantime, we come across a bird which quickly becomes my favourite bird of all time. This is the secretary bird. The resemblance to a secretary really is uncanny. We stop for some lunch at a picnic site right beside the northern Serengeti airstrip, but there's a problem. I investigate the commotion. I cannot believe what I am seeing. This plane cannot take off as the Great Migration is currently charging down the runway, a never-ending stream of wildebeest causing chaos. Eventually, a vehicle comes and herds the wildebeest away from the runway, allowing the plane to safely take off. I settle down to enjoy some lunch. Got some chicken stew, some rice and some spaghetti. It's now time to get back on the road. We have a very long journey ahead of us, back to our camp. We've been in the Serengeti for 24 hours and have so far witnessed the wonder that is the Great Wildebeest Migration, where millions of wildebeest risk their lives crossing the crocodile-infested Mara River in order to reach greener pastures. The Great Migration no doubt blew my mind, but we have yet to see any of the Serengeti's predators. I'm hoping that within my final 24 hours in the Serengeti, they will finally reveal themselves to me. As we journey from the northern Serengeti plains to the apparently predator-dense centre, I am feeling nervous. This is our 4th day on safari in Tanzania, and so far we have only caught the tiniest glimpse of lions. Based on our track record, seeing all 4 species during our final 24 hours on safari is a big ask. But I'm prepared to try anyway. Movement from the side of the road catches our attention. This is a leopard tortoise. Not quite a large predator, but I'm absolutely delighted to see this little guy all the same. We soon encounter this majestic giraffe, feeding right by the roadside. We quickly discover that it's not alone. There's a whole family of giraffes.
Wow.
And they're crossing the road right in front of us. This is a truly magical sighting. But we can't stay too long. Evening is fast approaching, meaning our time on safari today is almost running out. We briefly stop to stretch our legs beside this hippo pool. I don't think I've ever seen so many hippos in one place. Hippos like to keep cool in the water during the daytime before leaving the water to graze at night when it's cooler. This pod can sense that night will soon be here, and so are getting pretty rowdy in anticipation for the nighttime wonders. As we get back in the car, I find myself accepting that maybe a sighting of a large predator on this safari simply isn't meant to be. We pass this dik-dik and this group of impalas before Sam starts to speed up. He must have heard something on the radio about a potential sighting. I find myself holding my breath in anticipation. I can't believe it. In front of us is a beautiful male lion. This is exactly what we've been hoping for. It took me a while before I realised that this male lion wasn't alone. Just a stone throw away from the road were two more lions, lazing contentedly in the cooling evening. Our guides tell us that this couple is honeymooning, and we're about to find out what that means.
Oh wait, look. Oh my god. You might mate. I think they will.
A couple of seconds later, they're ready to sleep once more. For around a week, these lions will mate roughly every 15 minutes, and during this time, there's no time for any hunting. As we leave the lovebirds in peace and journey onwards through the savannah, my heart feels full with happiness. I never would have imagined that it was possible for our safari to get even better. I was about to be proven wrong. I cannot believe it. We've stumbled across a pair of cheetahs feasting on a recently killed wildebeest calf. Cheetahs are my absolute favourite animal, so to see this, well, I'm quite frankly speechless. I'm absolutely blown away by what we have seen this evening, but believe it or not, it's not over yet. We notice something moving in the lower branches of an acacia tree. It's a lioness. This is an extremely special sighting. Lions don't typically climb trees due to their hefty build. The behaviour has only been documented in very few locations across Africa. I feel like pinching myself. Lightning flashes in the distance, telling us it's time to head back to our tento camp.
It's been a really long day. We literally only just arrived back here at 7:30, which is when dinner's served, so just in time. Can't believe all the sightings we saw. We set off at 7:30 and we got back at 7:30, so that was 12 hours, which is pretty insane.
Good morning, it's 6:30. I've just got out of the tent and look, the sun is just rising. Yesterday, we saw 2 of the 4 major predators. Today, as I hop into the safari truck for our day's adventure, I'm hoping to see the other 2, hyenas and leopards. We're not long into our safari when we strike lucky. Hyenas. Hyenas have an unfair reputation for being cowardly scavengers. In fact, they're one of the savannah's most successful hunters and are more likely to have their kills stolen by lions rather than the other way around. Additionally, hyenas have very sophisticated family structures. Here we have a high-ranking female hyena sharing a tender moment with a cub. Watching them interact like this feels rather magical. The 3rd hyena is a lower-ranking member of the family, who has just overstepped the mark. The high-ranking female is about to show them who's boss. As well as skulking lower to the ground, hyenas lift their legs like this as a show of submission. Now that balance has been restored, the high-ranking female can go back to tenderly grooming the young cub. The early morning appears to be hyena o'clock. We've barely driven when we encounter this hyena who is trying to keep cool in the mud. We then come across another group of hyenas, consisting of a female who is carefully grooming other members of the clan. The Serengeti was about to blow our minds. Lazing peacefully on the banks of a stream are an entire pride of lions. I counted 7 lion cubs of various ages relaxing in the grass. Their mothers are sleeping nearby in the bushes. The 2 older cubs in the pride are males, their manes just starting to grow. Lions are the only species of cat that live in groups like this. The cubs will have different mothers, but the lionesses in the pride treat all cubs equally and share mothering duties. The lionesses will take care of these cubs until they are 2 to 3 years old. The males will then be kicked out of the pride, forced to find a pride of their own, whilst the females will typically stay with their birth pride for life. For now though, these cubs can relax, knowing their mothers are taking good care of them. We're lucky so far to have had this special sighting to ourselves, apart from one other vehicle. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, the cubs start to get restless. One by one, they gradually start to move, seeking shelter from the sun. We notice a commotion in the sky, just a few hundred yards away from the sleeping lions. An elephant carcass has attracted the attention of countless vultures and marabou storks, nature's cleanup crew. Judging by how little is left, it's likely the elephant died several days ago. Our adventures take us deeper into the savannah, where we soon encounter this coalition of 3 majestic male lions. These three males are likely brothers. When male lions are kicked out of their pride, they typically band together, forming what's known as a coalition. They will then roam the plains, searching for a pride to take over for themselves. The bond between lion brothers is strong, and I'm moved by this display of affection, a behaviour that reminds me so much of house cats. This Serengeti safari was exceeding all of my expectations. But would you believe the best is yet to come? We wouldn't have seen nearly as much wildlife as this if we hadn't had a superb guide with us. Picking the right tour operator to organise your safari is absolutely crucial, and I want to help you make the perfect choice. If you'd like to receive a free, no-obligation quotation from the very tour operators that I've used to organise my safaris and who I highly recommend, click the link in the video description and pin comment. Sam's keen eyesight has spotted something unusual in this tree. Can you spot it? This thing hanging down from the tree is in fact the tail of a lion cub. The cub looks uncomfortable, casting this elephant herd that's gradually moving towards it with some wary glances. Lions will kill elephant calves given the opportunity, and so, in return, elephants don't hesitate to trample lions. Luckily for the lion cub, the elephants change direction and move off, just before Mum, who was sleeping beneath the tree, was forced to intervene. Things are about to get interesting. We stumble across a lone lioness who is surveying a zebra herd with great interest. Unlike the lions we have seen so far today, she is completely alert, focused on satisfying her growing hunger. Concealed by the long grass, the zebras are completely unaware of her presence. She starts to stalk forwards, keeping a low profile. I notice that her stomach is swollen with cubs. This lioness isn't just hunting for herself, but for her unborn cubs as well. Using this vehicle as a cover, she surveys the herd and picks out a target. Now the hunt is on. She keeps her body low to the ground and, before I know it, she has completely disappeared. Can you see her, Violet?
She cannot expose herself as zebras we see.
She moves as quietly as possible, careful not to make a sound, otherwise her cover would be blown. Lions are ambush predators, meaning they like to get as close to their prey as possible before striking. More than 80% of hunts end in failure. The success rate increases by 10% when lions hunt as a group, but this simply isn't an option for this lioness. Being so close to giving birth, she is forced to live away from the rest of the pride. She'll have to try again later. The survival of her cubs depends on her catching a meal soon. For now, she slinks off into the bushes to rest. We briefly pause on safari to have a quick lunch.
That looks nice.
Whilst eating, we find ourselves surrounded by these friendly mongooses. It's not long before we set off once more. We have seen 3 of the 4 major predators, but the final one seems to be eluding us. Almost as soon as we set off, we spot a commotion of vehicles. I have never seen so many cars in one place, so this must be a good sighting. I cannot believe it. Resting comfortably on the sturdy branch of an acacia tree is a leopard cub.
It's really special because they're really hard to see.
I feel overwhelmed with joy. Leopards are by far the rarest of the Serengeti's major predators to encounter. In fact, they're so elusive that seeing one is always considered a stroke of good fortune. We're about to get even luckier. We spot movement in the next tree.
Oh wait, I can see it, I can see it.
It's another leopard, the mother of this leopard cub. We continue our adventure, passing yet another lion, before stumbling upon, I can't quite believe it, another leopard? Leopards are nocturnal predators. This means they're typically inactive during the day, opting to rest in the safety of the trees like this. The Serengeti has gifted us with more wildlife sightings than I ever could have imagined. But our safari isn't over yet. This incredible wilderness still has a couple of surprises in store for us. Elephants. The Serengeti's giants are feeding right by the roadside. This herd has a number of adorable baby elephants with them. I find myself unable to wipe the smile off my face as I watch them frolic about. I hold my breath as one of the larger elephants in the group walks right past our vehicle. Things get a little tense as a newcomer arrives. It's a big bull elephant and he doesn't seem to be in the best mood. Barging into one of the females before intimidating another. Things soon de-escalate and we continue our journey, ready for the grand finale of our safari. This small antelope is a Kilpspringer, one of the rarest antelopes to spot in the Serengeti. It makes a sudden dash for cover, and I soon see why. Strolling proudly across the plains is a female cheetah. She's calling, most likely to her cubs, who she must have left for a period of time, perhaps to go hunting. Seeing a cheetah so close like this is nothing short of awe-inspiring. She slinks into the long grass, her coat perfectly camouflaged against the yellow stalks, and continues her search. A termite mound provides the perfect vantage point for her to survey the savannah. She looks utterly majestic, providing a magical end to our safari. It's been an absolutely incredible week in Tanzania. I can't believe everything I've seen. If you want to go on your own safari of a lifetime in Tanzania, don't forget to click the link in the video description and pin comment in order to get free quotes from the same companies who I use to organise my safaris. Tanzania's a truly breathtaking safari destination, but it has some serious competition from neighbouring Kenya when it comes to which is the best. If you're curious to know how Kenya compares, watch this video next.